First item on the agenda is information on various boards. First, we have Appalachian Council of Government.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to recommend and waive for Charles Miller to be appointed to the Appalachian Council of Government.
Second. All right, we have a motion and a second on Charles Morris. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, pass. Thank you. Board of Assessment of Appeal.
Mr. Chairman, this is one I have put that position in.
All right, anyone else?
Gene Collins, the school district number 9, we have received his bias for reappointment. At this time, I'd like to recommend him for reappointment.
Have a motion, Mr. Collins. Second. Any other discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, pass. Thank you.
District 7, Cheryl and Judy Jones.
Did we do her last week, Dave? No, I like
Waive rules, nominate clerk.
motion on Ms. Jones.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed, pass. Thank you. Community Development Advisory Committee.
Mr. Chairman, I ask that you waive rules and nominate Ms. Mary Ann Washington to be approved.
Motion and second on Ms. Inclusive. Any other discussion?
Have we received her bilateral
And you don't have any packet. She's a resident, I would assume, fine.
She is.
You know it? Any other discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, pass. Lakewood Hill.
Mr. Chairman, we do have two people that have desire to be on that board. We have not received any bios yet. I'm not sure that happens.
Okay. Team up, maybe next.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to waive rules and nominate Kathy Unique Super.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Super. Any other discussion?
43 challenge is important and where it's trending, where it's heading. Initially, 40-30 challenge came out of an economic development discussion, or series of economic development discussions, whereby the employers in Spartanburg County routinely were telling us, we need now, and we will need as we go forward, a more highly educated workforce, day after day, year after year. And in some cases, people were actually telling us that the current workforce, it was sometimes difficult for them to find level of education high enough to meet the high-end, high-wage needs in their companies. And sometimes they had to reach outside our community to recruit. Other reasons why we got involved in this from an economic development perspective, we've been talking for years about raising the per capita income. And the question becomes, how do you do that? What do you need to do to raise that per capita income? You need to have better jobs. We get better jobs if we have a more highly educated workforce. And as we start looking around the country, and it's a one-to-one comparison, if you look at other communities where the per capita income is higher, there is always a corresponding higher level of education that goes with that. So seriously, if we want to get at the issue of raising per capita income, we have to raise the education level. We talked a long time about increasing white-collar jobs. We get the manufacturing and distribution jobs, and we do have a nice share of white-collar jobs, but how do we get more of those? Once again, it comes right down to what's the level of college attainment in your community. As site consultants, as corporate real estate executives, look out around the country and search our websites and look at data. Sometimes at the level we're currently at with college completion and also with high school graduation, they pass us by. They pass us by. We don't get those in a lot of those cases. So if we want to increase white-collar jobs, college education is going to be one of those things we need to be able to brag about. Quality of life advocates. One of the things we see is you look around the country, communities that have a higher level of college-educated workforce tend to have a higher quality of life. They tend to have the things that we all like. More restaurants, more higher expectations of the community, a community that enjoys art and culture to a higher degree. All these things tend to trend exactly with higher level of college graduation. So we started looking, what are the indicators? Where are we now? High school graduation, we know what the rates are. You know, we've got a few school districts where the high school graduation is around 80%. That number has come up a bit in the last few years. But overall, we're still in the, 70% high school graduation level. That's not enough, it's not high enough. And there's a lot of people working on that. The one number that really jumped at us, though, is the baccalaureate completion. And right now, in Spartanburg County, only 20% of the adult population in the county has a baccalaureate degree or higher. How does that compare? We look around the country, we look at our competition, we're competing for jobs against communities that have 25, 30, 35, 40, even 50%. You look at Raleigh, Georgia, and Raleigh, North Carolina, 50% of the adult population have a baccalaureate degree. It's hard to compete against that when we're at 20%. So when we look at, again, better jobs, higher paying jobs, how do we recruit companies, it becomes a leading indicator. Business community needs college completers. What do we want to do about that? How do we change that? We went to the Chamber's Education Committee, Karen Calhoun was chairing that at the time, and we had the discussion about, we talked a lot about high school. What's the discussion that has to take place to increase college completion? So we decided to start a task force, an initiative on college completion. And of course, in doing that, we went to one of our leaders in our community, John Stockwell, who's not only passionate about this, but had all the requisite background and needed to lead an effort to chair a college completion task force. Now it's John's turn to tell you what happens from that moment on.